What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 5, Episode 6. The episode is titled Dumped and Dumbfounded. Yikes. So, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys aren't yet subscribed to the channel, then do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss The Real Housewives of Miami, shall we? All right, you guys, so my notes are not that long, but I can talk a mile a minute for this episode, right? So this episode, we literally open up where the last one left off with Lisa informing the ladies that, you know, her marriage is over and that Lenny has the girlfriend and Lenny wants her to get out the house and take the kids with her. Now that part, like I said in last week's review, is fudged up, right? Like, those are your kids. At the end of the day, yeah, if you want to divorce your wife, do whatever you want to do whatever makes you happy, right? But when it comes to the health and well-being of your children, like, I just can't understand that. I can't fathom the fact that he actually uttered the words that you need to find somewhere for you and the kids to live. And I'm so happy that, you know, Nicole told her, no, you don't do that. You need to lawyer up at this point. And I was like, exactly, girl, go get a lawyer. Julia and Adriana were over at the bar. So they saw the commotion that was going on, but they actually thought that the ladies were fighting, right? But they said, shit, fuck it. We finna sit over here and eat our food, right? So, Alexia, baby, I thought Alexia was gonna get up and go take me back to Miami, because I'm gonna go beat Lenny behind, right? But no, she didn't do that, right? So Lisa is still talking about the fact that she wants to work on her marriage. I'm like, Lisa, how do you work on a marriage when your husband is telling you he wants a divorce and that he has a girlfriend? There's nothing to salvage there. The marriage is over at this point. Like, at this point, let him do whatever he's gonna do. Take your dignity and your pride and be like, you know what, Lenny, if you wanna be with that woman, go be with her. That's fine, right? So Lisa also let it be known that the woman has been to some of their parties and she follows her on Instagram. Baby, now that's when I was like, oh, baby, we finna take these earrings off and go whoop her ass, because that's treacherous. That's treacherous as fuck, right? You're sleeping with this woman's husband and you're following her on social media. So on social media, so you see her posting stuff about him and her children. Like, how can you as a person, I'm not even gonna say as a woman, how can you as a person be cool with that? Like, that's low. So, like I just said about Lisa, gather your dignity and your pride, right? That's kind of what Gertie was trying to say to her, right? Girl, the marriage is over, right? He told you that. So what you need to do is be in your Lisa lane. It's, you know, your family. Your family now is you and your kids, which is 100% true. Your family now consists of you and your children, not you, Lenny, and the kids. It's you and the kids, right? So Larsa is getting in her feelings, and I'm like, Larsa, shut up, because she's actually giving her some sound advice. Like, I'm not upset with what Gertie was saying, but you know, she's like, and you know, I went through what she went through, so I can speak on it. But you're not in her situation. That's like, you know, if I'm at a dinner and Michelle Obama's talking, I'm not gonna. First of all, you're trying to play it as if Gertie was over talking to people. She wasn't. Secondly, you would never be in the presence of the lovely Michelle Obama. Just letting you know that right here, right now, Larsa. But I didn't have an issue with what Gertie said, because Gertie was trying to, because Lisa was a mess. Lisa was crying, and Lisa is still sitting here talking about fixing her marriage. There is nothing there to fix, Lisa. The man wants you out of the house. Now, like Nicole said, don't leave. Don't leave. Like, girl, tell Lenny to suck your dick. Tell Lenny to suck your big dick. I would tell him, nigga, suck my ass. Like, fuck Lenny, right? So I'm gonna pause here and we're gonna move forward. So, we see all the ladies, they went back to their rooms, right? So Nicole, she called up Anthony on the phone and told Anthony what happened. Anthony said, wait a minute, so he wants her and the kids out? What an asshole. I was like, hey man, he is a complete asshole. And, Gertie went to her. Now, Gertie, why did you call Russell asking Russell to speak for him? Russell said, there ain't nothing I would do. Adriana and Julia, they were talking about it. Like I just said a few minutes ago, for me, when it comes to Lisa, I just want Lisa to be strong enough to say, my marriage is over. What am I gonna sit here and fight for? If you wanna go be with the woman, be with her. But I don't want my children around her. So if you're gonna be with her, my kids won't be around you and her. It's not gonna happen, right? And I'm cool with that, right? So we see as they're gonna be having a party for Alexia to celebrate her birthday, right? So before the party, Lisa was in her room, right? And Lisa had already gotten dressed, right? So she got a call from her mother-in-law, Marina. Lenny, you are a disgusting little piece of shit. So her mother-in-law was there with the kids, right? And she called Lisa to tell Lisa that basically Lenny is throwing her and the kids out the house. I was like, say what now? Oh, baby, at that point, I would have changed them clothes. I would have put on some sweatpants. And then her mother said that, he sent the car and the driver to go somewhere. And she believes that the driver's going to pick up the girl, right? So I would have said, ixnay that, fuck the girl. I don't give a fuck about that bitch, right? Fuck her. You are trying to kick your mother and our kids out of the house? Baby, I would have, I got some sweats on right now. Baby, sweats would have been on, hair would have been in a ponytail, we would have been comfortable. Tennis shoes on, baseball bat, whatever we gotta have. Vaseline, cause baby, Lenny finna get these hands. Lenny finna catch these hands. Cause I'm finna say, I'm like, and I would've went to the girls and be like, hey y'all, so it's some stuff, you guys know what's going on currently, but it's gotten worse. And Lenny put his mom out and my kids, and he had the driver go pick up the girl. So I'm about to go back to Miami and bust his ass. F her. I'm finna fight him. I'm finna beat him up, and he finna go to the hospital His little girlfriend can follow him behind him. I'm gonna change the locks on the door so that way when he gets out the hospital, neither him nor that little hoe can come into my house. Like it would have been World War III would have went down in that household. Like, let's keep it real. Lenny ain't shit. Throw Lenny back to the fucking wolves, right? Lenny is scum of the earth, right? So let me pause here and move on. So we get to the dinner. These women are so oblivious. I'm sorry. Everybody is so everybody is so consumed in themselves in this particular moment. Lisa came to the table at one point. Lisa came and sat at the table. Now they did ask Lisa how she was doing, right? She said she's not good, so they sat down. At one point, Lisa got up from the table and left the table. The cameraman and the producers followed her. She was like, no, don't follow me. So she went into the bathroom, right? So she got back on the phone with Marina, her mother-in-law. So the girl is there, and Lisa was upset about that. Like, she doesn't want her kids around that woman. I understand that, right? Again, like I just said a few minutes ago, I don't have an issue that the woman is there. Fuck her. She's the least of my worries, right? My main concern would be my children. Where are my kids at? Where are my kids? Are my kids safe? And I know that's really what she was concerned about. but she also didn't like the fact that the woman was in her home. Again, fuck that woman, right? She can go to hell. But it would have been all about my kids, and I would have told Lenny, listen here, you slobby fat motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about your woman, your hoe, your mistress, your prostitute, your slut, whatever you want to call her. I don't give a fuck about that woman. All I care about is my kids. I want my kids safe. I don't want her, now I will say, I don't want that woman anywhere near my children, because if I find out that she's near my children, I'm gonna beat you up and I'm gonna beat her up. On top of that, both of y'all are getting y'all asses beat, right? But then I would have said, I'm coming home, right? Because I can't stay here. On top of that, my children, you just disrespected your own mother. Your mother. You disrespected your mother for a little tramp. Like, I can't get, that's what I can't get with, is he's disrespected his mom for his girlfriend. Your mother, the woman who gave birth to you. You disrespect your mama for a floozy. Lenny would have got beat the fuck up. So mind you, Lisa is in the bathroom this entire time. Ain't nobody at the table wondering where Lisa is until Marisol got up to go to the bathroom, and Larsa said that she had texted Lisa to ask her if she was okay, and she said no. And Marisol went to the bathroom. She said, "Monkey, are you in here?" So she told her yeah, and she told her what's going on. And Marisol felt like I feel. Marisol was me, baby. I'm telling you, I know Lisa said she's 130, baby. 130 miles would have been 1 mile, because I would have been at that house as soon as you could say bye, because baby, it wouldn't have been me, right? So Marisol eventually went back to the table, and she told the ladies what's going on, right? And so they decided to play one of Marisol's games. I was like, oh hell, here we go with one of Marisol's games. Y'all saw it. I remember what happened last season with her and Nicole. So, the first question was like, if somebody was a drug dealer who would get out their own supply. Then, it was another question. Alexia, you're disgusting. To make that comment to Julia about Russian women being prostitutes. That's stereotyping, and that's stereotyping and generalizing people. Like, you wouldn't want her to say nothing negative about you being a Cuban. So you wouldn't want her to say all Cubans are, I'm not even gonna say it, but you wouldn't want her to make no generalization about what people, most people think about Cubans. Because you would be ready to fight. And then at the end of the episode, you damn near were ready to fight when she said something about your ex-husband. But let's pause here, and we're gonna wrap up the episode. So you guys, the next day, so Lisa decided not to go home that night. I'm like, shit, it wouldn't have been me. I would have been on the red eye back to Miami. Red eye, Uber, I don't give a damn. Somebody would have took me to Miami, to my house, because I would have made sure my kids were okay, but she's going home, right? So what happened is, so Lenny did bring the woman over to the house, right? And he got even more disrespectful. He blocked her from calling him. That is the mother of your children. Like, I don't think this divorce is gonna be amicable at all. Like, this is gonna be a messy, messy divorce. And I hope Lisa rakes him over the coals. I know they got a prenup, but girl, ladies, don't do it. Read your prenups. Make sure you know what you're getting if that lame ass nigga decides that he wants to leave. So the ladies went out for the day, right? And Alexia, she apologized to Julia. I don't necessarily believe Alexia meant that apology. I think that apology was bullshit. Because at the table the night before, she said, I'm just saying, it's my birthday, so I can say whatever I want to say. No. And then the fact that Julia said that, well, how would you like it because people say that you lived off your ex-husband's drug money. I did not do that. When we got married, he didn't have anything. He had lost it all. Pod, please meet Kettle, because you're upset about Julia saying this about you, but you just made a generalized statement about Russian women being prostitutes. So then they got back on the bus because it didn't go anywhere. And Adriana tried to chime in, right? And when Adriana chimed in, why did she do that? Because Alexia threw a straight bullet at her. At least she's not sleeping with a married man. I'm like, oh my God. What the hell? Baby, Alexia would have got popped too. And then Alexia made so Alexia wanted to say, oh, she was the reason why she said what she said about the Russian women is because she was upset about Lenny. What Russian? Lenny's not a Russian woman. Lenny is a man. Like, Alexia was full of shit. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video, you guys. And until next time, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.